They're known as the Watchtower Girls, unarmed women soldiers taken from an observation post.
Someone who speaks English.
18-year-old Liri Albag trying to reason with Hamas gunmen in English.
That's what you mean?
What?
I don't know
What?
While Nama Levy paraded through Gaza, sweatpants appearing stained with blood. Now Hamas says they're going home, along with Daniela Gilboa and Karina Ariev, in exchange for 200 Palestinian prisoners, as the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas continues to hold nearly 1 week in. Palestinian families in Gaza have spent the days since the ceasefire making the most painful of pilgrimages, returning to their homes to see what, if anything, remains. The UN says more than 90% of houses have been damaged or destroyed. Ahmed Al-Qudra set off on that journey a little after 9 a.m. Sunday, hoping to return to his house in Han Yunis. But unbeknownst to him, the ceasefire, due to start 8:30 that morning, had been delayed. Hamas had not handed over the names of the hostages it planned to free. And so Israel's airstrikes continued, one of them destroying a police vehicle at this intersection. Israel considers police in Gaza Hamas terrorists, though the Biden administration said targeting them only encourages looting of humanitarian aid and adds to the chaos. The IDF strike here took out several officers, but also killed Ahmed Al-Qudra, along with his 16-year-old son Adli and his 6-year-old daughter Sama. She died around 9:30 a.m., 1 hour, 45 minutes before the guns finally went silent. One of, if not the very last child killed in Gaza before the ceasefire. Her mother Hanan kneeling over her small body. She was like a rose, she says, a little girl who imagined her own wedding day and pleaded with her mom for a banana, a rare luxury in wartime when money and food were short. Their father and I would cry at night when we put our heads on the pillow because they wanted to eat, Hanan says. Sama's brother Adil says last week he asked his father for chicken. He borrowed 300 shekels, around $83, to feed his family. A family that struggled even before the war, impoverished during it. Now mourning a small girl who asked for so little and came so close to surviving this pitiless war.
And Raf Sanchez joins us now from Jerusalem. Raf, let's start with the remaining hostages inside of Gaza. The 4 expected to be released on Saturday. They are soldiers, correct? Have your sources said anything about whether or not there are any civilian hostages still alive inside of Gaza?
So, Ellison, that is the question people all across Israel are asking right now. Here's the deal. There are 2 female civilian women still unaccounted for inside of Gaza. One of them is Shiri Bibas. She's the mother of those 2 little boys, Kafir and Ariel Bibas. None of them have been accounted for. Hamas has said that they were killed in an Israeli airstrike early in the war. That's not something Israel has ever confirmed. The other woman still inside Gaza is called Arbel Yehud. She was kidnapped from near Oz, and it is very unclear why she is not among the 4 women coming out tomorrow. And you can imagine that for her family, that while they are, of course, celebrating along with the rest of the country the potential release of these 4 soldiers, it is deeply, deeply concerning that there is no news about their daughter. Ellison.
And in terms of Lebanon, Raf, a year of hostilities between Hezbollah and Israel ended with that ceasefire back in November. Israeli forces, they were supposed to withdraw from Lebanon within 60 days, which would have in theory been this weekend. But we're hearing that might not happen. How come?
Yeah, it would have been Sunday, the deadline. So Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is saying his forces are not going to withdraw in that deadline. And they are saying the reason for that is that the Lebanese army has yet to fulfill its side of the obligation by moving into southern Lebanon in the area adjacent to the Israeli border and taking control there, making sure that Hezbollah has pulled north. Israel is saying until it gets confirmation that the Lebanese military has done that, it will not withdraw its military completely, it says, in order to protect those Israeli towns and villages along the border. Elsa.
Raf Sanchez in Jerusalem, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.